Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cities Skylines with your Mayor Kuros Paladin. And we are looking at the newly built East Terminal, Exchange Terminal. So at the end of the last episode, I was talking about how I'm going to build a new Exchange Terminal over in the east side of the city. And this is it. And it occurred to me, I don't know why I was always using, the vanilla station or one of the through stations for these. And I found, well, wait a minute, there's this wonderful terminal that would be perfect because it doesn't have to go anywhere. It just has to be a terminal. So it's an asset that I found on the workshop a while ago. I don't think I've ever used it before, but it's really beautiful. It has 6 platforms. Right now I'm only using one of the 6. But it works really well. So what I did for this thing is I wanted this to be, kind of a nice thing. This is like the ambassador to the area. Now, I do have an issue over here that I have to address. But anyhow, we don't really care about that one. So boom, gone. Okay. Yeah, I put it way too close. Unfortunately, that will be a problem. Unfortunately. So we're just going to get rid of that one as well. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. There, okay. So hopefully that will allow things to get through. So yeah, there is a problem with this. I made it way too short. Trains can't get through, as you can see. So now I've got a freight train that's blocking, and another freight train that's blocking, and another freight train that's going to be blocking. Come on, I want the passenger train to go through is what I really want. And that will be blocking, or it will be blocked. So I made a huge mistake. So as much as I love what I've done here, I may have to rebuild it. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. And I deleted the wrong darn thing. So there we go. Okay. But aside from this little issue, yeah, look at this. Oh dear goodness. Okay. Just way too many. So as much as I love it, I'm probably gonna have to rebuild it. Because of this, I messed up. Or I could just put a dedicated freight here, and this would be only passenger. I might end up doing that. In fact, I'm curious what would happen if I do that. Let's let that freight get in there. We'll let the other freight get in there. And then I'm going to show off what I've done over here. So we're going to let both freight trains get in. Hopefully another one doesn't show up. And yeah, see, this is what the problem is. So, okay, let's just get rid of that. Let that one get out of there. Okay, there we go. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. How many times have I said that, right? I don't know if this is probably a bad idea, right? We're just going to make a dedicated freight connection. So, we'll have it be parallel to this one. Well, I don't know if I can make it parallel because it doesn't want to. Boom. Okay. We'll have it be curved, right? Well, maybe not. Alright, we'll just do a straight shot then. If I don't look at it too closely, it'll be fine. And then over here, we'll just do vehicle restrictions, and we'll just say no passenger on this. No passenger on this. And over here, I think I already have no freight. Well, I thought I did. Yeah, no freight in the actual station itself. But now we can go ahead and just do that all the way across. What? There. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone because I don't know what would happen there. And maybe that will help. Because my passengers will still stay where they are. Freight can still get in and out. It has a dedicated connection. It might take a while for it to figure that one out, but it should work fine. And of course, it's just a simple loop, but it keeps a lot of freight traffic. My trains are, at least the trains going into the city are a lot better. The ones leaving, not so much. But like this train is at 53%. That's better than 7%, right? Good. 45 people got on that, and it's going to make its way out. Now that train will just disappear. It won't pick up those passengers, I don't think. Yeah, it's just going to disappear. And then another one will appear eventually. Yeah. So I just want to see. So what are you at? Yeah, 60%. Still better than 7%. So while that's sorting itself out, we'll come back and look at that. So what did I do over here? So I just had a lot of fun with this little terminal. I wanted it to be something really nice for people to come in. You know, they come out of this vanilla station, blah, whatever, and then they go into this beautiful terminal over here, the 18, what is it? Well, I called it Eastern Terminal, the 1890 train station. Forgive me, I do not remember the creator of this asset, but it's really nice. And then I just started doing some landscaping in the center here. I don't even really need the road except for this train stations to sit on it. And I put a fire station there just to make certain the place doesn't burn down. Or if a fire does start, you know, it can be put out. I also decided I was just going to put a little industry over here. And then I realized, oh, but wait a minute. There's no road connection to the outside world or to the rest of the city here. So how are they going to, how are workers going to get there? So I snuck in, using anarchy, this little pedestrian walkway that allows people, and there we go, there's somebody right there that's using it. So let's get a, look at this. I put up all those wonderful trees so that you don't have to look at the nasty industry. You have this beautiful walkway that you walk to. And then, of course, this person is apparently... Oh, no, there's that weird turnaround they got to do there because of the way it connected. And then look inside the asset. You know, they did a good job inside, too, of this asset. So, but yeah, I put up all those tall trees, I forget what they're called, to just hide the industry right on the other side. Yeah, you can see it if you look through the trees and such, but mostly you won't even notice it. So that's pretty cool. Now I am getting a little concerned that there's been no train showing up here. I didn't mess up and block the wrong thing, right? Passenger, passenger, passenger. So freight trains should have no issue on there. I've seen all these trucks showing up and delivering here, but then nothing's going anywhere. Oh well. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time working on that, probably about an hour after the last episode. It was kind of boring, of course, but I think it worked out for the best. It looks really nice, and it's working out fairly good. You know, 219 folks came into there, 76, and then this has a direct connection to Steel Canyon. Now, when I did this, I also had to add parallel track. Okay, good. I see a train. Excellent. So we're fine now. Okay, it is working. It figured itself out. That is good to see. Actually, before I leave, I just want to watch it. I just want to see it go in, and then I want to see, hopefully I want to see it go back as well. Nope, it just went straight to there. Okay. Well, hopefully a train will show up and export stuff as well, but it's good to see that it worked that way. So I also had to put in, now it's nighttime, but I had to separate, because as you know, I want to segregate my passenger from freight. And you can see I did that all the way along. I actually demolished the existing track and rebuilt this entire thing. And I also leveled it out a little bit so that it wasn't quite as, what's the word I'm looking for, roller coastery as it was before. They go right past area, what was this, area Paladin 1, with its freight terminal there. So that works out really well. And then over here, I had to do a lot of work because this bridge right now shares freight and passenger. So I had to do a lot of work with this interchange to relink the passenger, which is here, to the freight, which is here. So I had to add this. I had to, before there was like a trumpet turn here, I got rid of that and just turned it into this nice gentle curve that comes down and then rejoins. So that trumpet turnaround is gone. And I think this existed, but the biggest problem was right here. This divergence right here was the biggest problem. But I eventually got it. It looks fairly good. I mean, this isn't very realistic, but this isn't a real game, so, or a real world city. But yeah, I had that and then a divergence here as well. So freight joins with it here, so this is all shared at this point. But I had to redo that. Thankfully, I didn't have to rebuild the bridge, and I left this alone over here. And then it comes in on one of these, I think this track right here. In fact, that's probably going to it. Number 9 Steel Canyon Shuttle. If I do line details, does it tell me the stations? It doesn't tell me the stations. What if I come back over here? I'm just curious, line overview. Well, I'm pretty certain that's the one. It comes in, it goes underground, yes, and then I had to do a lot of work at the Steel Canyon terminal, or station. I moved what was going to, I think, this platform, underground. I moved the entire platform, or track. This used to come in and went into, I think, this one right here. Or it was this one. That was this one right here. So platforms 5 and 6. I rebuilt it to come way over here to 11 and 12. And then I made a mistake. I went in and I built to here because I thought that's where it connected originally. And then I noticed, hey, wait a minute, platforms 3 and 4 are already being used. Oh no, because I wanted to keep every platform unique. So I had to do a little bit more work. This wasn't being used anymore, so I just connected underground and put over here. So yeah, there's a lot of underground stuff that wouldn't be realistic, but it's working out really well. And look at that, 882 folks. Steel Canyon Station is definitely getting a lot of use, and that's great to see. I love seeing the train stations get used. Seeing a lot of people hanging out in them. And I've got it to the point where almost all 12 platforms are being used in there. So yeah. And then last thing that I did between episodes is I went around and I looked at all my monorails. I actually followed the monorail cars on each of the lines. This was like a 2-hour thing that I did. And the reason I did that, if I come over here and I'm going to follow this one, now they were very bumpy. You know, there were a lot of up, down, and just some really terrible roller coaster stuff going on. So I went in and over 2 hours I fixed them. Now here it's going to be a little roller coaster, like, because when it's part of the road asset, like this is, it's the road monorail connection, it follows the contour of the road, and I can't just smooth out the monorail part. So if the road is a little bumpy, which is kind of realistic, the monorail also has to be. I could get around that by using anarchy, but I'm not that concerned about it. So like this little dip right here is only because it's part of the road asset, and then that little dip there because it's leaving the road. But there were a lot of wild ups and downs. I went through I think I have 4 monorail lines and just smoothed them out, like I said, over about 2 hours. That would have been really boring to watch. So I also did record some videos of all 8 lines. That's both directions on all 4. And I was thinking about posting them. I don't know if I'm going to. I'd love it if I could get rid of that street lamp, but unfortunately it's part of the road. But maybe I can do that by using the road build tool. But I just love the way it goes right alongside the World Trade Center there and Steel Canyon Station. And then just, this was a real mess. I had no idea. It was like a cliff getting into this station. So I fixed that as well, made it a lot more gentle. And then going over the north branch of the Night River was also another roller coaster thing. This went right from about right here. It just took a dive way down all of a sudden for some reason. I don't know how I never noticed that. So I smoothed it out a bit. There's still a bit of a dive there, but nowhere near as bad as it was at one point. Whoa! And anyhow, So those are the things that I have been doing between episodes. So what would I like to do in this episode? And I spent half of this one talking about what I did between episodes. Well, other things that I did in the last episode is I worked on Snootyton a little bit. I added this one little subdivision. I like to fill it out a little bit more with some of these giant cul-de-sacs. I think I put down a whole bunch of trees. Where was that? Somewhere I did a lot of tree work. Forgive me. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Scared me at first, but I just realized it is 1 p.m. on the first Saturday of the month. Don't know if you can hear that. That's the tornado sirens. I test them every Saturday, first Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. So I did a little bit more. What did I do? I'll have to go and look at that episode. And then I totally forgot about the Paladin vineyards. So let's see how well that's working out. Wow, let me close my window really quick. There we go. It's about a half a mile away from my house, and yet it's that loud. But I guess that makes sense, right? You should hear it. So $1,840 or simoleons. Not bad for this tiny little thing. I seem to recall having an issue with agriculture, but that might have been Knight's Gauntlet. I had something that... Oh, it was over here. Yeah, it was over here in Knight's Plains. Yep, and it's still the case. I don't know what's going on. I'm really kind of disappointed that storage doesn't work the way I want it to. I would really think if I've got storage over here, then, and it's got stuff, then they have 5 trucks available. So they should be sending a truck out to pick up crops. But no. Now we're just going to sit here and complain about it. We're going to complain. So I do need to find out what's going on. Last thing, so I just thought of something I could do. I saw this balloon and I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right, the hot air balloon. I think it'd be nice to have a couple more of those floating around. So those work really well. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Oh, I have the other window open. Okay, that's what's going on. Anyhow, so let me look at tourist. Tourist. Where is tourist? I have to find that. Outside connections, tourist. Leisure, actually. Citizen happiness, not quite. No, there's one that's like leisure. Where are you? Outside. Here it is. They changed it. Okay. So they work really well if you put them near a lot of attractions. So maybe over here in Nightlife. Let's see if I can fit one of those in over here at Nightlife. In fact, right here next to the Luxor might be a good spot for it. Now, I don't remember what it's under. But that's okay, because we can... Oh my gosh, that's loud. I think it only goes for 90 seconds, but it's been 3 minutes already. No? Okay. Oh! There it is, right there. Okay. Oh, there's 2 O's in balloon. Derp. I can't spell. There we go. Okay, the siren has finally turned off. I'm going to open my window again. So let's see. We're going to use Anarchy to get this into place. And we'll put it over here so it's not right next to the Luxor. The balloons have a little bit of clearance. Boom. Excellent. So I'm hoping I'll get a couple more, another hot air balloon floating around. Hey, we're doing really good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for 6 isn't bad. So what's our next one? Next match is September 2nd, 2080. So it's a year, just over a year away. Okay. So we got that down. That was really quick. Actually, I'd love to put another one down. So let me come back over here again. Leisure. I think out by the park would be nice. So where is my park entrance? Come on, park entrance. Right here. So it probably won't do well because there's no tourist. It wants to be near the touristy type things. The purple, leisure. So what else would be a good spot? I mean, Paladin World could have one as well. And you know what? We've got we've got space. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I should have made a note of what it was under. But anyhow, we've got it here. So let's see. Maybe not too close to the space elevator. Boom. Okay. I want to see some hot air balloons flying around. And they really don't seem to care how close they are to where they started. They just fly around for a long time. Oh, look at this. We've got two very close to each other now. Because, of course, that's the one I just put down. And yeah, you can even follow these, too. And you get this beautiful overview of the city as you're just flying over it. I think if you look, I did actually post, or I forgot I was recording for whatever reason, and I got a phone call and I walked off, and then the phone call only lasted about 10 minutes, and then I started making lunch, and then I watched television, and all of a sudden I came back and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been recording me watching this balloon for the past hour or so. So I posted some video of that. You may find that in one of my other, on my channel. Yeah, speaking of the monorail lines, this was a right mess as well. You can see how the land does this. The monorail was following that contour. So I was glad I fixed that. I really like this line because where's a monorail car coming in? Look at that. Now there's two balloons. There's one coming in. You get this beautiful view of the castle as you're coming in. And, you know, it's like, it's just I'm really proud of it. I love what I've done with the city. It is nowhere near as awesome as some of the other cities I've seen that they look like actual photographs that people have taken, these cities. But yeah, look at that. You get that beautiful view of Lord Kuros' castle right there. His summer home. So, and his winter home, I think, is down over near Venice. If I remember correctly, it's way over here in Venice. Yeah, right next to this. Here's his winter home. So he's got a little bit more civilization that he can get to. And although it's kind of funny because the other one, he's got direct access to a monorail line. Out here, I don't think he has access to any mass transit. Yep, all he's got access to is a bus station. Oh, come on, man. Kuros doesn't take a bus. Oh, we've got the zot of no workers. I think we're hitting our unemployment wave. We're going to start hitting that. Let's take a look over here. 3% unemployment. So we've been hovering right around 3 or 4%. You'd think in the real world that'd be awesome to only have 3% unemployment. But in this game, that's not good. You want to hover closer to 6%, in my experience. So okay, we put down a couple of hot air balloon things. I want to put one more down. So where would be another good spot? Do I have another good? That's Crescent would be really good. Steel Canyon would be awesome, but it would be a little unrealistic to have a hot air balloon taking off next to all these skyscrapers. I don't even remember where the other one is. The other hot air balloon thing is. Let's see. No, not near the Capitol. Not in Rotunda. A Woodvale might not be a bad spot for one. Have something a little bit further over this way. I don't know if I've got the space for one, though. Because they are a little bit big. You know, nothing like having a hot air balloon take off right next to one of the tallest freestanding structures in the world. But, no, I don't think I'd be able to fit one in. If I could, I'd be right next to the Vatican here, which I want to leave stuff around the Vatican. I want to leave that free. I mean, there's already the rail line right next to the Vatican. Does it as a train comes flying through, you know. But so yeah. All right. Well, I like my suburbs, and I'm looking at what would I like to fill in? Helen Point. I keep looking at Helen Point. I really just I want to fill in more of Helen Point. I don't know why, I just really do. So we've got this industry over here, Industry Pier. So this could be like a low to mid type thing. I have this and my stupid going on with those that I wanted to make this thing work, but if they're all my subway connections are going to do that, I've lost interest in that now, and nobody's using that line anyhow. So over here, okay, we're going to put in some mid-density housing. So let's go ahead. We're going to build some nice roads, and these are going to be the nice little tree-lined roads. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do this road. I don't use these as often as I would like. We're going to have to... I had to be mindful that I just cut off Peregrine Island's power, so I need to remember that. So that Zot should remind me of that. Let's sort of follow the contour, or the other road there, and we'll come up right behind that. There we go. Okay. Now I said mid, so I'm going to be close to the other one. Nope, that's not close enough. Come on, there we go. There we go, a 90 degree. Yeah. So I want it to be, yeah, something like this. Come on, there. Something like that, and then we could come, oh. You know, it might almost make sense to just connect all the way through there. Now that I look at that, but it wouldn't be a small road. It would be an avenue like this. So something like, no, still got to be coming way out more. There we go, something like this. I mean, it makes sense to make that connection so that traffic doesn't have to go all the way around. It doesn't have to come up here and then come back down. And I just cut off power again, so I'm going to be very mindful of the power that I've cut off here. Okay. I should have a big old sign on my desk right now. Check Peregrine Island's power. Now this I'm going to downgrade to an avenue. It doesn't need to be the big 6-lane road anymore. Then we're going to come back. We're going to just come right up to the railroad, I suppose. Just have a straight shot right up to the railroad. So, boom. And just because, we'll bring it up a little bit. And knowing me, the geek I am, here, we're going to do this. So, slight sidebar, folks. Where's the benches? I think the benches are in here, right? No, they are in... Well, never mind. Let's just go search for bench. No, I don't want to paint a whole bunch of benches. And this is where I would go if I was eating lunch in Knight's Helm. I'd probably go here and I'd just watch the trains going by. So, okay, anyhow, let's get back to this neighborhood itself. Oh, I thought I selected the curvy-wurvy road. There we go. So I want it to... Actually, we'll just continue to make this fan shape, or this bow shape here. There we go. And then over here, we'll come out to right about here. And then that segment of road, whatever, this one right here will remain the residential. Actually, you know what? That will be still a little bit of an upgrade. There. Okay. Oops. Alright. I like that. Let's make certain it's got power, and well, I got my note here. Make certain I didn't cut off Peregrine Island's power, which I know I did. Or actually, it's not even Peregrine Island. I don't know whose power I cut off, but I cut off somebody's. I'm just making certain. I mean, yeah, it's getting these little power connections. They're very spotty, though. Oh, that goes over to... Oh, that's my secondary line that comes in. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So what I'll do for temporary is... Folks, don't worry, Homeowners Association, this is only temporary. There, that's reconnected. And then Industry Pier is getting power, so it's okay. Alright. Excellent. And it has water, so let's go ahead. We can unpause, because I have that habit of pausing when I'm doing construction. It's just me. So they're going to need a school, only for thematic purposes. A high school, again, only for thematic. Our Hadron Collider has taken care of all the education needs in the city. We're going to want police coverage. Yeah, we're going to want a police station out here. We're definitely going to need fire, just so that, you know, I don't even care if I have the mod going that takes care of fire for me. I don't want things catching fire and then finding half the city has burned down. So I'm going to move that ever so slightly. Gosh, I love Move It. It's funny, I was eating breakfast today. Real life story. I was eating breakfast today at Kirby's, Coney Island. This is a Detroit thing. Coney Islands are like chili dogs, but a very specific type of chili dog. And in their parking lot, there's a slab, a concrete slab in the middle of the asphalt, and the slab is starting to sink in. And they've got traffic cones all around it. And in my head, I was thinking just grabbing Move It and selecting the slab and using it to level it out. So it's kind of pathetic when, you know, you start, you know, it starts getting into your real life. That's how much this game, it's just constantly on my brain sometimes, it feels like. So there's been many evenings when I'm laying in bed trying to sleep, and then I think of, oh, this would be a great idea in the game. And the next 2 hours, I'm just thinking about it. Okay, I'm not going to put any housing on that road because it is a, quote, major road. So good, people are already coming in because look at that, I've got a strong residential demand. So that's good to see. Alright, I filled all of that in. Actually, down here at the end, this could be, I could downgrade this very little nub. I think long ago I was planning to send this road over, and I've decided against that now. So I'll just put a couple houses there, and a tiny little house right there. Okay. Oh, and a tiny little house right next to the. That'll be the fire marshal's house right there whenever it builds. So. Okay. And then I didn't leave any space for a park over there, did I? No, I didn't. Alright, so some of the new construction may have to go away. Sorry, folks. But I would like to get you a park in here, even if it is a tiny one. How about we put it, like I always try to do, right behind or near the school. So without anarchy, right there is good. Okay. Boom. Alright, at least a park helps. Okay. So, yeah, you can live here in your backyard. You can watch the trains load and unload. You know, I would love to have that. I almost bought a house right alongside railroad tracks. I almost did, but the only reason I didn't is I didn't like the house. But it was like, I would not mind it, because it's not constant. The trains only go by about, you know, 1 or 2 every 4 hours, so it's not that terrible. And now it's the same rail line, only about 5 miles up the line, that my theater, the old train station, my theater group, that line is still active. In the middle of a performance, you know, you'll have all of a sudden a train going by, and the train, I'm not kidding you, the track, you could almost stand with one hand reached out to touch the train as it's going by, which I would never advocate you do, touch a moving train, and the side of the building. That's how close it is. And then you're on stage trying to do lines, and that train goes barreling by at 70 miles an hour. And that horn as it's coming by, because it's right at the road crossing. But anyhow, so we've got Helen Point, a little more development at Helen Point. That's awesome. In fact, Helen Point will almost fill out at some point. I did put a bite into the residential demand. That is awesome to see, because it's been a while. I'm really hoping I can bring young folks into the city. There, my unemployment was 4%. Seniors are still 39, adults 28, but those young adults, these I need to get. Young adults, I need to get that number up. So, I'm wondering if part of this is that nursing home that I put in, and then like the next episode, the nursing homes were removed. The asset maker just removed them from the workshop, so they're all gone now. And I'm wondering if there's like some residual issue going on because of that. Because I had, well, you probably remember, I dropped down a whole bunch of them. So we've been going 36 minutes here. I think we're going to end the episode with another monument somewhere in Steel Canyon. It has been a while. I think the last one we added was the to Prudential Plaza. Where is it? It fits in, there it is right here. It fits in with the Comerica Tower. Well, now it's One Detroit Center, but that used to be the Comerica Tower. To Prudential Plaza. So, we've got a lot of space here in Steel Canyon still. I could blow away office. I've got a little bit of a lot there that's wide open. So let's see what I could sneak into there. Now, I do this all the time. I go through all these at Barrett Duel. I still think that would be funny to put that down somewhere. Maybe I will. Out, I can watch over Hamadan. I can put it out in the Hive. So I do want it to be skyscrapery. That's way too big. The Renson, Pan Am I already got. Notre Dame I already got. So MetLife, which is I think the same as the Pan Am. Merchandise Mart is huge. Llama Dome wouldn't fit in there. HHR Blue Tower Dubai, I can speak. That would sort of fit. Sort of. But it's too big. When I say fit, I mean theme-wise, but it won't fit on the lot that's available to us. I love my churches, but we're going to go buy those. These are segments if you want to build the entire World Trade Center down in Battery Park, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe one day I'll actually get around to that. It is a massive effort. No, that's way too big. Brookfield is right there already. Barrett Dur, we're not going to do. Square building, I could sneak that in there with Anarchy. I could probably sneak that in there. Because it looks like it would only cover that, a little bit of that road. And I'd probably have to Anarchy it into the Penobscot building there. So, okay, we'll have to remember. So what was the 63 square building? I don't even know what that is. A residential building, but that's way too big. We're going to spend 40 minutes just trying to find something to put there, aren't we? Okay, so we're done with Tier 6. Let's look at Tier 5 now. I think I already have that in the building. Yeah, in the cities. High Interest Tower. I should build that. That's one of the vanilla assets. I really should put that in somewhere. The Observation Tower. What's this one? Amethyst. Oh, this is that really pretty building. It's like purple, isn't it? But it's an entertainment building. That would probably be better in the Crescent or something. Augustus Tower is right there. Yeah, that's the Augustus Tower right there. So, Emerald Hotel, which I think I've already got. Fractal. I don't know what that is. That would sort of work, but it's a little too big. Yeah, way too big. Gets. Looks like it would fit in there fairly well. Gets yellow. That's too. Oh no, it would no, won't work. The Hermes Tower. A little too needly for my liking. Just a little too needly. One Liberty. Oh! I think I found it. If this will fit. Oh! Let's take a look. Will it fit? If I could anarchy that in there. Oh, I think I found it because it fits the shape. Look of the of Prudential and the Comerica Tower and Penobscot Building. It fits that shape. Although, do I have? Hang on. Okay, this is the Penobscot Building, right? Do I already have the Brookfield? Building already exists. Okay, I don't know where it's at. All right. I already forgot which one I was looking at now. Right here. I think this is going to be the one. I think this fits. This fits the theme. So this is going to be the one, folks. All right. So I've got to anarchy it in, and I got to be careful. Although I can always use move it. It's okay if it clips into the Comerica Tower a little bit. So I'm going to pause. We're going to go ahead and... No, I don't want to be clipped into. Okay. Boom. Alright, so it is clipping into the road a little bit over here, but not too bad. Look at that. But I am going to move it so that it is a little bit closer to the Comerica Tower. Just a little bit closer. So it's just a little bit further away from that other road. So right about there should be good. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, that works out. That works out really well because that fits. Yeah, that fits. That really does with that peaked roof. It fits a lot of these. The Prudential Plaza, the Comerica Tower, the Penobscot Building. Yeah, it fits that. It even sort of fits, with the Gothic Tower of the Empire State Building and Woolworth and Chrysler Building too. So now I'm curious where I put Brookfield down. So now it's a game of Where's Waldo. Because I thought I always put Brookfield down next to the Penobscot Building. And it's not there. So now I'm curious, where did I put the Brookfield Building? And rather than spend the next 20 minutes looking for it, I'll have to do that off camera. Everybody, I hope you had a great time watching this episode, and I hope that you will continue to watch the series. This city is something I'm really proud of. It's turning out very well, and I hope that you are enjoying watching me build this city. I'm trying to get a nice shot here where I can get the Golden Knight Bridge in as well. Look at this right there. I think that's, if I could get there we go, the tower in between there. I think that's a really good shot for the end of the episode. So everybody, take care, and I will see you in the next episode of Cities, Skylines, Knight's Helm. Take care, and